Game Kings, the definition of game, documentary, coming soon. What up? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, Miles Cunningham in the building.
Alright.
So we wanted to tell you guys, man, that when you're dealing with women, right, you gotta understand that women's emotions are all over the place. So you can't really get upset and pissed off all the time. Like you can if you want, but what's the point? You understand? You gotta waste your time getting pissed off and annoyed and butthurt about the shit that women do. You understand? Because women, you know, because I always talk about like dealing with women who have high interests, right? And those are the best ones to deal with. But even those women, no matter what.
Hold on. Let's put this in the books now.
Right.
The guy that came out with the idea of dealing with high interest women is this man.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly. Because
and the guy that made up the whole getting on your purpose shit is this man.
Exactly.
All right? Write it down.
Exactly.
Write it down. Write it the fuck down. Tattoo that shit right here.
Right.
So when you look in the mirror every day, you see that shit. Okay, continue.
Nah, facts. And the thing is this, you know, just women in general, they could have high interest, medium interest, low, whatever. Women, they're going to be all over the place.
All over.
You understand?
All over.
So you're thinking things are going good with a chick, you know what I'm saying? Which it you know, it can at a certain point. Let's say, for example, you might even smash the chick, you know, last week, and then you hit her up again, and she don't respond to you. She's nowhere to be found. You understand?
And the crazy part is, and this is the real reason why you shouldn't get mad. It's of no fault of your own.
Right.
Like nothing. Like you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
You played the game right. You followed you followed all the rules. And just.
Right. Because sometimes what you gotta understand is a chick. Let's say you hanging out with a chick, right? And she may like you and all that too. But let's say, for example, like the other day I went out with this chick, right? And she, when I first met her, we met at this event or whatever, and literally as soon as I met her, we started kissing within the first like 2 minutes of talking to each other. Like we just was like, the energy was that fucking, you know what I'm saying? So then, you know, we kissing and all this other shit, but I didn't really take it nowhere because I was waiting for my wife to come through. So, you know, I was waiting for her at the spot or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna just chill with my wife or whatever. So I got the chick's number. Next thing you know, I hit her up and I'm like, yo, let's go out. You know what I'm saying? Let's hang out. Let's get together and make shit happen. So I'm thinking, I want to go just straight to a crib and smash. That's what I told her. I was like, let me just go. We're just gonna go to your house and get it popping, right? Next thing you know, she says, cool. So I'm like, all right, cool. So the day comes and she hits me up and she's like, oh, you know, I have cramps. I feel, you know, I'm not feeling good. So I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, whether that's true or not, who the fuck knows? It don't make a difference, right? So she was like, but can we do next week? And I'm like, all right, whatever. All right, you know. So now next week comes. So I say, all right, cool, let's meet up. You know, we meeting up whatever day we was meeting up. And I hit her up and I said, I'll meet you at your house. She's like, cool. So I said, I'm on my way. As soon as I'm about to get to her house, I'm probably like maybe 20 minutes away from her crib. And she texts me and she says, where we going? So now in my mind, I'm like,
wait, and let's just be clear. Y'all discussed
right,
that we're gonna go to your
house
and
exactly,
smash.
exactly, right. So now
understand, this was discussed. This was spoken about.
Right.
And she was sober at the time. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So now, you know, I'm like, oh my goodness. So at this point, I'm like, I should just go back home. Like, that's what I should have did. You feel what I'm saying? I should have been like, look, man, I'm not really trying to do all that. So I said, all right, cool. Pick a spot around your way and we'll go there. I'm already near your crib, so I'll come get you and then we'll go there, right? So basically, but I was telling her, I was like, look, you know, you're gonna have to buy me some drinks and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really out here. I'm not out here trying to do that. So we go there. She buys some drinks or whatever, and we talking. And we still, you know, she's still feeling the kid. We getting all touchy feely, whatever. And so as I'm talking to her, I find out that something happened with like her ex or something, and she's going through some shit with him and back and forth and all this other extra shit. So now I'm like, okay, this is probably the reason why we ain't smashing right now, because she's thinking about her ex, you know, she's you know, feeling a certain type of way and all this other stuff. But and she likes me, but she's sort of probably using me right now as a distraction.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Look at her, emotional.
Exactly, right. So we went from me meeting this girl, kissing her within 2 minutes.
That's a battle rap reference.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah.
We went from me meeting this chick, kissing her in 2 minutes, to, you know, me about to go to her crib to smash, to us right here now telling me about her fucking ex-boyfriend. You see what I'm saying? So like I'm thinking, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you see how shit just like switches up this quickly with women? You feel what I'm saying? So, and this is why you got to play the fucking numbers game.
You got to play the numbers game.
This is why you got to be continuously talking to different women.
You have to.
Because women are going to be all over the place with how they feel about their shit, and then that's going to dictate how they're going to act when they're dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, they get upset when chicks flake on them. They get upset when a chick they thought that liked them doesn't give them the ass. They get upset when a chick is all over the place playing games.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I just realized? All right, let's get into the game. We had story time just now,
right,
but let's get into the game. I just realized something, and I just realized exactly why, or a big part of the reason why a nigga like Mr. Lucario get more bitches than me. Okay. Now, I want you to look at the story. Nigga was on his way to the bitch crib. She texted him back talking about where we going.
Right.
Bitch text me that shit?
He's like, fuck out of here.
Bro, she wouldn't even get an answer back, bro. Like,
right.
I'm like beeline to the nearest spot that I know got bitches for me to holler at other bitches, bro.
Exactly.
We're done. We're good.
Right.
Because we already discussed this shit. Now you acting funny?
Right.
No, we're done. We're
Right.
good. We're done. But see, that's me.
Right.
My tolerance for the bullshit is very low.
It's crazy.
This nigga's tolerance
is high.
For example, I'll give y'all examples. Notice how in the last couple, I don't know if y'all been on the Bad Boy show, but he's told y'all the story about how when I came back from vacation that time, and I was in this nigga's face yelling at him because we had chores in the apartment
That's
that we
when we
lived
used
in.
to live together.
And
yeah.
he was supposed to be the nigga that was responsible for the garbage. So when I came back from a week and a half vacation and the fucking garbage was not taken out and there were maggots and shit in the garbage, I was pissed, and I got in this nigga's face and I'm like, nigga, the fuck is wrong with you? There are maggots growing out the fucking garbage. You should have took out the garbage, you stupid motherfucker, blah, blah, blah. And this nigga was looking at me like I was in his face, B. I was in this nigga's face and he was like,
that shit was hilarious.
And then another example. Remember when he was doing a live stream and his roommate came home and was yelling at him and doing this and doing all of that?
Right.
And he was sitting there rationally discussing shit with him.
Right.
What I'm trying to say is a big part of dealing with women is it's like a fucking obstacle course teaching you how to fucking handle life.
Right.
And how to keep your shit together and not flying off the handle and letting things get the best of you.
Right.
You understand? That's why we tell you fucking with bitches is not about bitches. It's about the game. It's about life. It's about everything. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's about being a man. Because as a man, right? If you say you want to lead a family, like my nigga, I had dinner with my sister, her man, her friend, and her man, and they 2 fucking kids.
Right.
In the beginning of dinner, I sat there, I sat next to my nephew and the other kid, trying to interact with them and make sure they was cool. So maybe the parents can kind of get a little bit of time.
Right.
So I told my sister, look, first shift is over. I can't sit here anymore. Right?
Right.
And her boyfriend had to switch with me and sit next to the fucking kids for the rest of the night. What I'm saying is, like, know, if you say you want to be a man and you want to lead a family,
right,
you have to be able to deal with little things and big things.
Right.
You got to be able to deal with your kid coming home with fucking, you know, like demerits and incompletes and all of this different shit. You got to be able to deal with your wife's moods. You got to be able to deal with when the bills are too high. You might have spent a little bit too much money last week, so shit, bills might not get paid this week. You have to be able to deal with all these things. And like we're telling you that women are all over the place, and the reason why they're all over the place is it's like nature. It's teaching you how to deal with shit. It's teaching you how to, because look, niggas like me and worse, those are the niggas that go do horrible shit when they're pissed off by the world.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm not a shooter school up type of nigga, but you got niggas who are worse than me, who got less tolerance than me, who's out here doing that type of shit. So you gotta, you know, for example, Elliot Rodgers, rest in peace. And I'm not saying this to disparage the man or anything like that, but based on his actions as a person, he wasn't ready to be with a bitch. That's why he never got a bitch.
Right, facts.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you can't deal with, because take a look at a nigga like Donovan Sharp. Shout out to Donovan Sharp.
That's my dude.
But ever so often, while he's doing his podcast, he yells at his bitch Devin. You understand? He yells at it. He's like, yo, Devin, quiet down. Could you quiet down, please? What the fuck is going on in the next room? God damn it, Devin is fucking around while I'm trying to do this. Every once in a while. Point I'm trying to make is this. You look at a nigga like Donovan Sharp. Big, tall dude, has a clear understanding of the red pill philosophy, and he still got to yell at his bitch every once in a while. He still got to check his bitch every once in a while. And if you ask him, she's a good bitch. She's well trained. You see what I'm saying? Like she does what she's supposed to do as a woman. He took a few years training her, and now she's a decent bitch. But every once in a while, even on his podcast, you still see him doing what he has to do to keep that bitch in check. So imagine a nigga who's not red pill, a nigga who's beta, a nigga who has no understanding of game whatsoever.
Right.
You understand? For example, a nigga like Elliot Rodgers. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You think he was angry not having a bitch?
Imagine how angry he was if he would have had a chick.
You see what I'm saying? A nigga like Elliot Rodgers would have fucking murdered his bitch, the kids, himself, the dog. You understand what I'm saying? So the point being made here is that chicks are all over the place, but you gotta understand. All right, what is it? They say that a female's trial is life and a man's trial is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I think that's how the saying goes. Bottom line is, we're the ones always having to fucking manage them. We're the ones having to maintain them. You guys think that you're ready for sex and all? Yo, truthfully speaking, if you know you ain't got no game and you know you're not ready to manage a hoe, go get pussy. Go buy pussy. Go buy. That's your best bet at this point. Until you, and that's just being real. I'm not necessarily promoting tricking or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make is if you need pussy that fucking bad, go pay for it. Because if you're not really ready, if you're not really ready to deal with a bitch, bro.
Right. That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. Because even when. It's funny because when I was going to see that chick, and she was like, yo, where we going? Right. That's not the first time that's ever happened to me with a chick. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like that happened multiple times. Where there was another time when I went to go to this chick's house, and when we got there, when I got to her doorstep, she was coming down with her coat, and I said, where the fuck are we going? You know what I'm saying? And so. And because I like being out anyway, period, I'm like, all right, I'm not at this point, I'm like, we're done. Right. And I'm actually still out with the chick, and this is the funny part. So we go out to this spot, and at that point I always get her to pay for some shit, because I'm like, at this point I'm not paying for nothing.
Right.
Because like now
we're not doing what my plan was.
Right,
we're doing what your plan is.
Right.
You gotta
you baited and switched on me, right?
Right.
So now I'm just out being out. So now as I'm out with the chick, right? This is this next chick. We chilling at the spot or whatever, and then as we're leaving the spot, we start kissing outside, and she says, "Hey, do you want to come back to my place?" right? And I was like, nah, I'm good. You feel what I'm saying? Because I told you, once she said where we going, we was done.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? I was like, she not getting no dick.
Right.
You understand? Like I was over her at that point.
And that right there is advanced game. Right. That right there is like, yo, no.
It's like, nah, we done. Because I'm like, you knew what the fuck you was doing. And so, to me, I can't really deal with, and that's the thing. To me, I'm like, I can't deal with a chick who's gonna be like that on any capacity. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because now, if you baiting and switching on me, in that capacity, what makes me think you ain't gonna bait and switch on me after I fuck you?
How you started, right? How you finished.
Because look, I'm gonna fuck the chick, and now she gonna be like, well, I didn't really want to fuck you. You see what I'm saying? And now you baiting and switch on me and all that. So I'm like, I'm good.
And the thing that a lot of guys won't understand, because they want the pussy so bad,
right? And
that's the reason why I said that's advanced game, because that's the type of game that you realize after you know you can fuck bitches anytime you want.
Right, exactly, right.
Because here's the thing, a lot of regular cats would just be like, oh, finally, she gave me the pussy.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go upstairs.
Right.
A nigga who understands the game is like, no, bitch, you played games.
Exactly, right.
You played games. And I understand a little bit more about sex. You're not doing me a fucking favor by giving me pussy.
Exactly.
After all this runaround.
Exactly.
You're setting up the reward punishment or the reward runaround situation for me subconsciously.
And I'm like, I ain't down with that shit.
But when I let you know I'm not down with that shit, you know that I'm a nigga you can't fuck with.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So a lot of niggas would take the pussy that night and think they won. But they actually lost.
Exactly.
They lost because what she did to that's what I would call the fucking, mouse in a maze. You put the mouse in a maze because it's like you set up a straight fucking shot to the cheese.
Exactly.
And she said, yeah, that's cool.
Right.
But then when you get there, you realize it's a fucking maze.
Exactly.
And then by the time you get to the end of the maze, you see the cheese. And then the scientist, which is her, she's standing there like, yes, he went through the maze.
Exactly.
He's gonna take the cheese.
Exactly.
And then it's like, no, nigga, I don't want the cheese. And then the scientist is looking at the mouse like, what the fuck is up with this mouse?
Right.
This is a smart ass mouse. I'm gonna have to take this mouse out of the maze and put him in the intelligent cage.
Right.
With the rats that actually know what the fuck is going on.
That's what happens.
Because even after I put this mouse through all of this shit, he still didn't take the fucking cheese, even though it was right there in front of him. This is a smart mouse.
That's what
happens.
Understand? I'm telling you. And see, that's the thing where, you guys got to understand, like, dealing with women just in general, man, is, you can't let what they do get to you, because if you have an overall understanding that chicks are going to be how they are, you understand? And they're just, there's so many different ways they're going to be, different levels to this shit. And it's like, okay, am I going to, like, inconvenience myself to be this frustrated and angry and put off by the situation? Or am I going to understand that I'm dealing with a woman and just be cool, calm, and collected with no matter what the fuck happens? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And just be, and see, that makes you more on point with everything.
Right.
You see what I mean? Because the thing is, you got to get to the point where you could sort of, where you could take it or leave it. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Where you could take it or leave it. You see what I mean? Because, like, even, there was a time, remember, Miles, where we was, there was that chick, let's call her R, because her name starts with R.
Yeah.
And she said she went to fucking that hedonism shit.
Right.
So hedonism is this spot where, what is it, like a event or something?
It's like a nude resort type of thing where people is all about sex and eroticism
and stuff. So we was like, oh, this chick is down on some cool shit.
Yeah.
So we was in a situation where we was about to have some type of like threesome type shit with her or whatever, right? But then she started acting all funny, and then Miles was like, man, forget this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Like because she was acting all funny and goofy, right? We just was like, well, fuck it then. You understand? Because we could have still tried to get at her and still, like, make this shit happen. But it was just like, we saw she was acting funny. So he was like, we good. And on top of that, we're like, okay, you're the type of chick to go to some hedonism shit. So if you acting funny, then that means that you ain't really trying to do it then, because
Right,
you're the
there's
type of
something
chick
wrong.
that go to hedonism. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, hedonism is all nude, like all the
Right.
time, and you meet strangers and y'all have sex and all that type of
Right,
shit.
right.
So if you're busting and boasting about how you've done this and you've done that,
right.
and then when it's time for you to actually show and prove, you switching up the script. It's
Exactly.
like, all right, we good, we good,
Exactly,
we good.
right. And that's what we say, man. Like, dude, you gotta understand, chicks be all over the place, bro. You understand?
All over the
They're
place.
just, you know, and this is the thing where a lot of guys, unfortunately, this is why I don't really subscribe to all of this, like, pickup artist trickery. You know what I'm saying? Because you're wasting a lot of time trying to sort of convince or, you know, get the chick to, like, do shit when in general she's just, you know what I'm saying, she's just like, she's just gonna be already all over the place anyway. This is why I be like, yo, fuck with the chicks who got the high interest, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, get to the point faster, be more direct. You understand what I'm saying? See where her head is at right now, so that you don't waste a lot of fucking time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And don't be afraid to lose them, because you will lose them.
Exactly.
You will lose them.
Exactly.
It's just a part of the game. Because the thing with chicks is that, you know, they don't know if they should trust you yet.
Right, right.
You understand what I'm saying? They don't know how they're gonna feel after this happens and all of this shit.
Right.
The point is that you're looking for a confident chick that actually has an idea of what she wants. When you're fucking with chicks that they're not comfortable, they don't really know, then that's when you put yourself in positions of like getting Me Too'd and all that other stupid shit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You know, you want a woman, like, you want to put her in a situation where she's gonna shit or get off the pot, and it's like, well, okay, if you choose to shit, then we good.
Right.
If you get off the pot, then we good too, because
Exactly.
now I could go holler at other bitches.
Exactly.
That's how you got to think about it. You
Exactly.
can't think about, I was this close to getting it, bro, and then, you know, and I lost her. Like, no, man, no. You can't save everybody, and you can't fuck everybody.
Right, right.
But you got to keep your numbers game up, and again, you know, appreciate the experience, because, you know, like I was saying before, it adds to your level of, you know, like, basically manhood and dealing with issues, dealing with problems. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It adds to that. Like, it adds to your level of coolness. Like, it adds to your level of, you know, being able to deal with women. That's why, look, bro, like, a big part of dealing with women is, like, showing them that you can handle fucked up, stupid situations.
Right, right.
That's really what it is. That's really what it is. That's, you know, that's the difference between a guy that will, you know, not get any bitches, because as soon as you say hello to them, they already see that you're anxious and uptight, and you don't have a lot of
Scared,
experience
nervous,
with
and
these situations, and you're not sure of yourself, and your confidence is low, and you understand what I'm saying? But and then there's another difference between another dude who is like, he's walking up to the chick already knowing, in his mind, he's already like, well, if it goes well, it goes well. If it don't, I'm gonna just holler at other bitches.
Right.
So I'm totally calm, and I'm not just saying that I'm calm. Like, I'm actually calm to the point where she can feel the calmness coming from me. So she could do all her shit testing. She could talk all the shit she want to talk.
Right.
I'm good either way. And that's the type of shit that makes bitches actually attracted to you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That you're good either way. That you don't necessarily, you want her, but you don't need her.
Right.
Like because remember, a chick likes to be desired purely, right? They want for you to want them, not because, see, this is probably why they came up with the whole term of thirsty. Okay, you have to understand what thirsty means, right? Thirsty means you want water because your body simply, like, wants the water. Like, your body needs water. Your body's dehydrated.
Right.
So you consciously, like, the person that you are, or the man that you are, you don't just want to take a sip of water because that's what you want. You need to take a sip of water. Like, your body is literally desperate for water. You understand? So the water. So if the water is the girl, the water's not special. Do you understand what I'm saying? Or the water doesn't feel I mean, I'm trying to get in the mind of a female, if you understand. But the water doesn't feel special because it's like, nigga, you've been in the desert for so long. You're dehydrated. If you don't get water, you're gonna die. So there's nothing like the water doesn't have to be Evian. It doesn't have to be Poland Spring. It could be dirty water. I just need some fucking water or I'm going to die. You understand? But here's the thing with bitches. Bitches think they're Evian. They think they're Fiji. They think they're Poland Spring. Some of them are fucking, you know, Voss water. Some of them are sparkling water too.
Water from the Great Lakes of Minnetonka and all that shit.
Exactly. I'm special water, nigga. If you just thirsty for any old water because you're fucking dehydrating, I can't fuck with you. But a nigga that stays hydrated can pick and choose the water that he wants. So when he tells a bitch, you know what? I want you. She feels it. You understand? But when a nigga that's thirsty is like, yo, I want some water. They're looking at you like, you're not. There's nothing special about me. You just want water. You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
So just talking to you just now, I just figured out why thirsty actually makes sense. You see, yo, y'all niggas be getting too much fucking game, man. Y'all niggas be getting too much fucking game. Y'all don't even realize it.
That's why I gotta get on that bad boy membership and stop fucking around. Because, yo, listen, that shit is true because look, what I noticed being a player and fucking around with a lot of chicks, you know what most of these chicks will do? They will, in some form or fashion, try to get me to sort of like explain or express to them why I like them. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Because the thing is, they know.
So what do you like about me?
Exactly. Exactly. Because they know that I'll be fucking around with a bunch of chicks. So they're like, well, you fuck around with a bunch of chicks, so what makes me so special? Why do you want to be with me?
Nigga,
you know what I'm saying?
What's the argument that you have with most of your bitches all the time?
It's like, oh,
that's the argument right there.
Like, what do you mean? Like, do you love me? Do you feel this way? And that's because since I'm messing around with so many women, it's like they want to know, like, are you feeling me? You see what I'm saying? Because they want to know that they're special. You see what I'm saying?
What did I tell y'all niggas all the time? That's why y'all gotta get on this bad boy show. I told y'all niggas, bitches know they ain't shit. They know it. They have to be reminded, what's special about me? Why do you like me? Cause I ain't shit. I'm evil. I bleed once a month. I lie. I'm a horrible fucking person. Why do you like me so much? That's women. That's why y'all niggas need to chill. Chill and do you and bring them in. And if they don't want to come, fuck them. The next one.
So funny.
You'll be so cool, bro. Go on that Miles Cunningham YouTube channel. There's a video called Be Cool. And you gotta be cool, bro. You got to.
It's true.
That's what they like. Because when you're cool and you say, I like you, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you can use it as a metaphor for high school. When a dorky kid wants to hang out with you, it's like, fuck off me, nigga. Like, go to the chess club or some shit. But when the cool kids is like, hey, you're cool, come hang out with us. You're like, oh, cool.
Exactly.
Hanging out with the cool. Because the cool kids have the choice of whoever they want to fuck with in the school. You know what I'm saying? So if they say, yo, come fuck with us. You're like, okay, I'm going to go fuck with them. You see what I'm saying?
Right. That shit is true.
I'm telling you, because they got choices. So that's back to the whole thirsty thing. A thirsty nigga don't have choices. He'll take anything. A cool nigga that stays hydrated, he got choices. He got options. In the eyes of a female, he's alpha. That's what chicks want.
Exactly.
Because everybody knows that alphas have options. Alpha can fuck with any bitch he want because bitches want him. But see, the funny part is that's why bitches want him.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's why y'all niggas think that looks, money, and status get you everything. Because people quote unquote with looks, money, and status on the surface of it, they have choices, or it seems as if they have choices. So a lot of chicks will flock to those niggas because it's easy. You understand? But what makes the difference is when you open your fucking mouth and a woman sees that you have options. A woman sees that there's value in you. A woman sees that you're confident and in control, and you can make conscious choices.
And
say, not her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then the bitch is like, ooh. He totally dismissed that bitch over there, and he picked me. You ever notice how bitches is in competition with each other all the fucking time?
Listen,
that's why.
I remember one time. This shit was so funny. I was at this spot, and I'm talking to this girl, and we start kissing and shit, right? And then so she, she knew that I had a wife or whatever. So she said we was kissing. She's like, "Where's your wife at right now?" I was like, "She's at home, chilling. She's asleep." So then she was getting off on the fact that she's making out with me while my wife is at home asleep. So she was like kissing me. She's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I'm kissing you right now while your wife's home asleep. Oh my God, this is so hot." And she's fucking, and I'm just like, okay.
You see how much she ain't shit? You see how much she ain't shit? She couldn't just enjoy the fact that she's making out with a nigga.
Right.
On her own volition. It's hot to her because you got a bitch at home.
Right,
or you got a woman at home.
Right.
That's why it's hot to her.
Right.
You fucking terrible, horrible person, you. Women, I'm telling you, women, son, I love them to death, and they're important to our survival as a human species. They're beautiful, they're wonderful, but they know they ain't shit. You understand? They know. I've been telling you.
That shit was hilarious, though. I was like, wow.
I
was like, wow. So yeah, that happens, man.
Oh,
that
man.
fucking happens. So
Oh, man.
So guys, just understand, man. Just understand that women are gonna be how they are. Don't get all upset and frustrated and annoyed by the shit that they're doing. You understand? It is what it is, and you gotta understand that when you're on point, And this is the thing. The more that you understand that, the more on point you become.
That's the thing.
You see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's like you said, like when that guy knows, about women and about female nature, and he's more cool, calm, and collected about the whole situation.
Right.
He becomes more attractive to women. You feel what I'm saying? And then that's when, that's you right there.
That's all right. Damn.
But about to go up in there and be like, yo, it's good. But yeah, the more cool, calm, and collected you are and shit, the more attractive you are to women, the more you're able to deal with women. You know what I'm saying? And the more that you'll just be just chill. You know what I'm saying? And you'll just be like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Because there's nothing worse than being frustrated by some shit a chick did, and then once you realize, because this is what happens, this is usually what happens, you deal with a chick, she does some shit that pisses you the fuck off, you get upset, and then after it's all done, you feel like a dumbass, because you then realize, like, yo, she was just being a chick. You feel what I'm saying? That's
it, man.
That's it.
She was just being a chick.
Because I think about shit from way back in the day that I got angry about and frustrated about, and then when I think about it now, I'm like, yo, Lucario, you was a dumbass, yo. Like, you was fucking getting mad at this shit. You was getting pissed off about that. Like, come on, dog. Like, come on, stop. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So,
and the thing is too, it's it can be it's like being able to see through the Matrix.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you remember the scene at the end of the Matrix when right at the end when Agent Smith ran up on him and was fighting him and shit, and then like there was a point in the shit where he realized it's like he realized like, wait a second, all I gotta do is turn sideways and I can just use one arm to fight this nigga. I don't have to be all on this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same type of thing. Once you get that level of patience, right? And that level of confidence and that level of cool when dealing with females, it's like, their shit test or their shitty attitudes or rejection, for all of you that, have issues with that or whatever. Things like that you just kind of turn sideways and just...
Right, just be like,
you know what I'm saying? Just, like, okay, cool, boom, boom, boom. Like, you feel me? Go watch that Matrix shit again. Go watch it again. He looked around and he was like, wait, I could see the fucking code. And even the bullets came at him.
Right.
And he saw the bullets and he was like...
He just put his hand up and that was it. It's like...
He's like, no. The bullets stopped and they fell.
Right.
And then Agent Smith came and... Right. And at first Keanu was on his...
Right.
And he was like, hold up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was easy. It was easy, bro. You see what I'm saying? But But that's why we tell y'all, you gotta deal with the rejection. You gotta deal with the fucking, with the annoyance, with the bullshit, with the, you gotta up your numbers, because each time you interact with a female, whether it's successful or not, you learn something.
Exactly.
You gain something.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? It actually helps you with life and dealing with the problems of life in general. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Real talk. So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, we are out of here. Remember, you guys got to join that Bad Boy membership, and also go to Patreon to join the Patreon so you guys can listen to the Bad Boy show. All right? So we out of here. Now, before you go, make sure you click the link below to get your free copy of the audio program, Undeniable Game. This program is going to teach you 7 easy-to-follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. In this audio program, you'll learn exactly what you need to do to become that confident man women are attracted to. You'll also learn what you must do to become better at approaching and talking to women. You'll learn why women don't return your calls and what to do to increase the chances of women returning your calls. You also learn the only time you should call or text a woman. You'll learn how to start conversations with women. You'll learn the mindset you must have to be successful with women. You'll also learn the main thing you need to do to figure out if a woman is really interested in you, and much more. So make sure you click the link below to get your copy today.